going to play you one more video.
I genuinely feel like Gen Z is going to be better parents than millennials. No, because we've seen how Gen Alpha is basically doomed, right? Like, these kids can't read, these kids can't write, they can't socialize, they're all iPad kids. And I feel like it's because millennials have this big push for, like, gentle parenting, right? And it's like, no, babes, your kid is literally running rabid. And if y'all think I'm exaggerating, if I were to ask you right now, what is every Gen Alpha kid watching? Y'all would say Coco Melon, right? Okay, so there is literally multiple studies done that show that Coco Melon is making kids' brains be addictive. Y'all are turning your kids into literal addicts. Like, I hear ya, okay? Y'all are tired of the slander. I get it. But y'all need to check your kids. Yeah, but anyway, I feel like Gen Z is just gonna be a lot better at parenting, because not only is Gen Z more outspoken when it comes to, like, mental health and attachment issues and all that kind of stuff, I just feel like we understand that throwing an iPad in front of your kids is not going to prepare them for the world. So, all this is just to say, millennials, y'all gotta do better. Like, y'all gotta do better.
You know, I didn't really know. I guess the algorithm hasn't been feeding me those type of videos. I wasn't aware that Gen Z felt like that. But that makes me feel good. Honestly, I know all of us millennials aren't the way she's saying, but there's a lot of people who are.
I don't like how she was kind of joking about it.
Like, yeah, maybe her delivery could have been better, but she's not entirely wrong. Like what I'm saying, there are a lot of millennial parents who just shove the screen in front of the kid. Like, we can't just deny that. We can't. So I'm actually happy that a lot of Gen Z is feeling that way, that they're feeling, you know, that the importance of not doing that, that screams hope to me. That says that there is hope, you know, that Gen Z is actually thinking right. And so I'm happy that they have this mindset. Stop generalizing us. Not all millennials are like that. But, you know, she has a great point. I can't disagree with the fact that a lot of millennials need to stop doing that.
But I also feel like a lot of millennials are not even informed of, like, you know, how she's joking around like, oh, there's multiple studies that Coco Melon is addictive and this and that.
I've heard that.
I know, because we're like online, but there are parents that don't know this stuff. So it's like,
who's not online nowadays?
Bro, there's people that don't even watch YouTube. So let's put it like that. Yeah. As crazy as it sounds, there's people that don't even have YouTube on their phone.
Wow, there's way too many millennials that do have YouTube, watch everything, and they still aren't informed, and they're still shoving screens up their kids', you know, faces, and they're not paying attention to what the kids are watching, and they're going to schools, and these kids are way too aware of topics that they shouldn't be aware of, and they're spreading crap.
I think that's the problem. Like, first of all, if you have YouTube and you're watching this video, you should definitely subscribe. That was lit. But yeah, what I was saying is, like, there are parents, millennials, and I'm not even gonna say what generation, like, that they just give the iPad and are not even concerned about what their kids are watching.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a bigger problem.
That's crazy. I'm always like, I need to watch the history. I pop up randomly. They know exactly, especially YouTube. There's only a couple of YouTube families, my daughter, especially my daughter, 5-year-old. I always tell her, if you're going to be on YouTube, she's not really allowed to navigate YouTube, but whenever she wants to be on it, I say you can only watch these channels. And it's because I've sat and I've watched them, and I know that they're educational and they're not talking just crazy things to her. And, you know, those are like the approved channels. Yeah. Other than that, if I find her watching random things, I'm constantly looking, right?
Even our son, like, hey, you learned a new word? Like, where you got that from? That word is kind of like, where you heard that at?
But you need to be aware. Like, you need to be aware of these things. And even with our son, he's 10, he knows I really don't like him scrolling on YouTube and on shorts. I just feel like that doesn't what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You're feeding your brain nothing and you're just randomly scrolling. I mean, these things become addicting for adults.
Yeah.
Imagine for kids. And so I'm constantly telling him these things. You know, I'd rather them, you know, be watching, I don't know, something like on Netflix with the kids account or something. But I like to I like to monitor what they're watching, because there's just a lot of crazy people out there just uploading random videos that just
I don't like that.
Crazy.
Let's say Gen Z or whoever are making it seem like millennials are the problem, because we are also in the same battle. Like, we don't want our kids to be addicted to anything.
Yeah.
Like, the battle is not against us. Like, the battle is against about the people who are creating these programs and why they are making it this way. Like why are you making a program that is forcing a little child to be so addicted to it?
Yes.
Like,
agreed.
A child doesn't need to be addicted to, like, they're gonna like a cartoon no matter what. So like the battle is not like Gen Z versus millennials. Like, it should be everybody versus the people creating like these type of networks.
Absolutely agreed. If you enjoyed this video, you can watch the full episode of our podcast here.